Hey kiddies, this week terrible triple features Save Christmas. That's right, with Christmas coming at the end of this week, we're going to look at 3 movies in which the title involves saving Christmas. Because what with the war on Christmas, Christmas is in perpetual danger of being destroyed and ruined forever. It's only through the hard work and perseverance of people who understand what Christmas is supposed to be about that Christmas survives in any way, shape, or form. So this week we're going to go in order of increasing annoyingness of the protagonist and or decreasing levels of how much Christmas is actually saved by this character. Our menu is going to include Ernest Saves Christmas, Elmo Saves Christmas, and Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. I want you guys to understand just how horrifying a situation you're in when the least annoying person in your movie marathon is Ernest P. Worrell, played by the late, great Jim Varney. I actually should apologize for implying that Ernest is in any way terrible, because I love Ernest. I actually own 3 Ernest movies. I don't own this one, which was fun. Luckily, Netflix came to my rescue. Ernest Saves Christmas. Ernest is a taxi driver in Florida who's just, a nice guy. Complete moron, but very, very nice. And one of his fares one day is Santa Claus. Santa Claus has come to Florida to pass on his sack to the next guy to be Santa. As it turns out, being Santa Claus is an inheritable title that is passed on from man to man. Because, after a while, even all the magic of Christmas, you just get old. So the current Santa Claus is about to retire, and he wants to pass his sack along to Joe, an actor who used to have a children's television program and just an all-around swell guy. Unfortunately, Santa is just really losing his marbles throughout the whole thing. He loses his sack, has trouble explaining himself to Joe, and everything is just kind of in a state of flux. Luckily, Ernest is around. Ernest is the only one that right off the bat buys into the fact that he's Santa Claus. And he, gives him a little bit of doubt, but then when he, sees the inside of Santa's sack, just get the laughs out of the way, just get it. You done? Good. Santa's sack. After Ernest looks inside Santa's sack, he truly believes that he is Santa and starts doing everything he can to make the transfer of a title from one Santa Claus to the new Santa Claus happen, and of course succeeds because it's a kids movie. This is actually the best movie on the triple feature, hands down. It is all over the place. There's like the thinnest plot. Christmas in trouble. Ernest has to save it. And the movie somehow keeps getting lost along the way and goes on all these little diversions, which a lot of them are a lot of fun because here's the thing. Jim Varney was a really great actor. He was just funny and could make anything funny, including Ernest. One of the best things is, right in the middle of this movie is essentially an extended version of a Vern type of commercial that Varney and Ernest used to do, where Ernest just basically destroys Vern's house for like 10-15 minutes. But in terms of Christmasness, it's great because it's all about finding the inner niceness of humanity, especially on the Christmas season. As sappy as it is, this is what I want from a Christmas movie. I'm a fairly secular guy, but I like Christmas to the extent that people are nicer to each other. And, the commercialization, I'm not going to lie, everybody loves gifts. I like getting gifts. I love giving gifts. But it's this moment, this time of the year where everybody's just nicer to each other, which is great. And finding that finding that inner niceness is a wonderful thing. And it happens several times in the movie where we have the teenage girl who steals Santa's sack, returns it because it's the right thing to do. Joe becomes the new Santa because it's the nice thing to do. Other people just, are nicer in the movie because that's what Christmas is supposed to be about. Everybody pulls together and Christmas is saved. thanks directly to Ernest. He gets Santa where he needs to be perpetually. He gets Santa out of jail. Santa's in jail at one point. He gets Santa to Joe. He gets the reindeer to Santa and Joe. Protects the sack for most of the movie. Ernest is on top of it, despite being, a dithering idiot. But that's what we love about him. So, Elmo Saves Christmas, as narrated by Maya Angelou. I'm going to be honest, I don't like Elmo. At all. While I think Kevin Clash is an incredible puppeteer, I've never liked Elmo even once, and this movie did nothing to really change it. But, it's a good solid movie because it's Sesame Street and it's the Muppets. They don't know how to make a bad film. So this was an hour-long little television special and or video special for the kids. And while it's not a great movie, it does have a good message to kids. See, Santa was delivering presents to Elmo, but got stuck in the chimney. Elmo helps him out, and then Santa gives him a special present of a snow globe that grants wishes. And so, of course, the second wish, after, a nice glass of water because Elmo was thirsty, Elmo wishes that Christmas is every single day of the year. A lot of times you see movies that are, aimed at kids, but are really aimed at, the whole audience. This one is just for kids, because the logic of the movie is so silly that, not the magic part, because magic is magic. Every day is Christmas. Every single day, all 365 days of the year are Christmas. The goofy thing is that everybody keeps treating it like Christmas instead of just, saying, okay, great, it's Christmas again, but I'm not going to do anything after a while. So through the magic of a time-traveling reindeer, Santa sends Elmo through to the future at different points of the year so he can see that Christmas just can't be every day, because it would ruin the world, it would ruin Christmas, and everybody would hate it. This is a great lesson for kids, because, Christmas is one of, if not the best day of the year for kids. It might even be better than their individual birthdays, because it's just this cornucopia of presents. But you can't have Christmas every day of the year, or else Christmas loses its meaning. And the movie explains that very, very well in about an hour. And features Charles Durning as Santa. It was fun to see him kind of in the nice guy role after his heel turn in the original Muppet movie. The aforementioned Maya Angelou narrating the whole thing. I had forgotten just how great the cameos can be in a Muppet movie or a Muppet special. And then there's Harvey Fierstein as the Easter Bunny, and probably the most horrific part of this whole movie. It's really disturbing. But, a good solid kids movie. Elmo saves Christmas by using his third wish to make Christmas just once a year again, but he loses points for putting Christmas in danger in the first place, so he is not nearly as helpful as Ernest is. But, he tries, and he's a little kid monster, so he's going to grow up and get better at it, and, we'll see him then. Now, a guy that has no excuse for what he does is Kirk Cameron with Saving Christmas. Now, admittedly, he did not write nor direct this, but man, this is just oozing Kirk, because you'll just see his name repeatedly through all the credits. It makes for a fun drinking game, preferably with, alcoholic eggnog, because it's Christmas. This is not necessarily a movie so much as a thinly veiled counterattack on all the people that are attacking Christmas all the time, where Kirk and co-writer and director and actor Darren Doan explain the true meaning of Christmas and how everything that you think is bad about Christmas is actually directly in the Bible. So the Santa Claus, the commercialization, the Christmas trees, and the emphasis on presents, all directly in the Bible and all about Jesus. Jesus' message of charity, helping others, and turning the other cheek is, not in the movie at all, because why would it be? I won't go into a breakdown of every single thing in the movie because it's horrifying, but highlights include the 10-minute intro of Kirk Cameron just speaking directly to the camera, explaining that, a lot of people are having trouble with Christmas because they're listening to the wrong people, people that don't get it about how, Christmas is about whatever Kirk Cameron wants it to be at any given moment. Other highlights include Christmas trees being references to not only the tree of life and knowledge in Genesis, but also the crucifix that Jesus is nailed to in the New Testament. The nativity scene, the manger, being representative of the eventual resurrection in the cave at the end of the New Testament. Santa Claus and children's worship. That's the thing. What's driving me nuts is the whole movie is essentially a conversation with a guy, it's Kirk's movie brother-in-law, who has a case of the bah humbug so severe it threatens his marriage to Kirk's sister. Don't worry, it's not Candace Cameron. You can still watch Fuller House and be okay. And all through it, Christian is pointing out ways in which Christmas has sort of gone astray and has lost sight of what's important. The birth of Jesus, the Savior. Kirk says, like, not only does Christian have it wrong, but Christmas is perfectly fine and everything's great, in a very, very condescending, patronizing tone that makes me want to punch him in his face. But one of the things is Christian talks about how kids basically don't worship Jesus anymore, or God for that matter. They worship Santa Claus. And Kirk's explanation for why that's perfectly fine is that Santa Claus was real. St. Nicholas. The connective tissue between the existence of St. Nicholas and the modern version of Santa Claus, which owes more to the Coca-Cola company than anything from the Bible, is not a valid explanation or even a rationalization for the way Christmas is treated now. But then again, I'm probably just listening to, crazy people that think that Jesus wasn't actually born in December, and that most of the Christmas traditions are built around pagan traditions that were co-opted by the Catholic Church to get everybody on board. It was actually, when you look at it in one way, it seems like a very good inclusive move by the Christian Church to try to, bring other cultures into the Christian mythos. But no. Everything was everything all from the start, and the Bible's never been wrong about anything, so says Kirk Cameron. It's wonderful. Final great leaps in logic include nutcrackers representing the soldiers that Herod sent out to kill all the firstborns, and presents, and an overabundance of presents representing the skyline in the New Jerusalem that Jesus has opened up for us with his sacrifice. And then the movie ends with a rap dance, because white people, Christmas, not only not in danger, but not saved by Kirk Cameron at all. That's the thing about the idea of saving Christmas. Christmas is in no danger. As long as there is money to be made, Christmas will always be here. And, that's why it's important to hold on to stronger messages about the true meaning of Christmas from, say, Elmo or Ernest than Kirk Cameron. Oh, God. But either way, I hope everybody has a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate, and I'll probably see you guys next year, because everything's going to be crazy for the next couple of weeks. But I will see you then, and I hope everybody has a safe and happy New Year.